Bonjour à vous tous et bienvenue à ce 42e épisode de Danganronpa Trigger et havoc. Mon nom est Rekels et j'espère que de votre côté, vous allez bien. Donc, au courant du dernier épisode, on a commencé le procès du meurtre de Sakura. On a vu Yashuhiro qui était dans la pièce avec Sakura et qui l'a frappé d'une bouteille à la tête. On a aussi vu que Toko n'était pas blanche et qu'elle avait quelque chose d'autre à y jouer. Donc une deuxième bouteille qui a été éclatée sur la tête de Sakura. Est-ce que c'était assez pour en venir à bout? C'est bien ce qu'on va découvrir ensemble. Je vous souhaite un bon visionnement. Ah oui,
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in.
Pourquoi tu ne l'as pas dit au départ?
When I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Ouais, c'est ça, c'est qui suspect, là. Pourquoi tu l'as pas dit au départ?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Ce gars-là, man, ce gars-là.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Pour une fois qu'on a la même pensée, toi pis moi, Miyuka.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
On a des
I'm
preuves.
sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Exact, elle était dans les lockers.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
On va commencer à être nerveuse. C'est pas ridicule du tout. Il y a absolument des preuves, comme de quoi que Toko, elle se cachait dans le rec room. Ouais, ils ont rajouté encore un nouvel élément, ça n'a pas de sens. On est quasiment à la fin du jeu, puis ils sont comme, hey, on va vous rajouter des règles juste pour rendre ça plus intéressant. Ok. Pressing the left mouse button during the first one. Okay. But from now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to the finishing blow. Now you have to choose the proper. Ah, ok, c'est bon. Ok. C'est bon, c'est juste qu'il va y avoir différents trous de boulettes. Fait que, à la fin complètement. Mais, attendez un petit peu. Là, on va se battre contre elle.
I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you.
Ah, j'ai plus de
It's a
balles!
lie. That's enough. It's a lie.
Ça fait mal,
admit
ça.
nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. That's enough.
Ça, dans
This should
current
prove
twist.
it.
Et voilà! Wouh! T'avais pas moyen de te cacher, bien sûr que t'en avais un, ma chère.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker?
Donc, à l'intérieur de la porte du locker, il y avait des traces de mains un peu partout. Donc, c'est de même qu'on a su qu'elle était cachée là.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up.
Comment tu veux
right?
comparer ça à sa main quand t'es pas là, sur les lieux?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Merci, Toko.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Comme t'as fait 2 secondes avant.
Then you killed Sakura.
Non, elle l'a pas tué.
No, I swear, there's no way.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Oh man, c'est un petit chien obéissant pis accueillant, ça a pas de sens.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
Oh man!
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room.
Oh damn! Hey, sérieusement, elle obéit à tout ce que Byakuya dit, là, ça a pas de sens.
I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the
Pour être
shelf.
sûr qu'il le retrouve pas.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
Effectivement, il était le haut par en bas. Donc,
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I
s'est
put
mis à
the
bouger.
magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
Ah, elle a pensé que c'est elle qui l'a attaqué la première fois.
When I saw that blood,
Ah,
I
ben oui.
fainted right there in front of the magazines.
Mais elle était pas couverte de sang. Donc on s'entend que, encore là, Sakura n'a pas vomi son sang en avant des magazines.
I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Bon, Genocide Jill.
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Hey, voilà.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Ça va-tu marcher sur elle comme ça marchait sur l'autre?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Elle va voir Sakura qui est en maudit après elle.
everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over,
Oh my
you
God.
collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Rappelez-vous que ma sœur a fait référence à Byakuya, fait qu'elle est vraiment dans son idée de l'éliminer.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on! That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre! So that's good!
So that's good. Continue de parler comme ça, puis Ina va...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
No! I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right?
Non, on n'est
Let's
pas prêt
do
à
this.
voter. Non, on n'est pas prêt, Ina, parce que c'est pas ça qui s'est passé.
No, not quite yet.
Merci, Byakuya.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Parce qu'il nous manque toute la partie où elle a vomi du sang puis qu'elle a été empoisonnée, right?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Elle est tombée en avant du magazine Shelf sans avoir de sang sur elle.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Non, ça
Tell
ne
us your
l'était pas.
story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Ce n'est pas fini encore de celui qui a tué Sakura est... Sakura elle-même. Je suis convaincu. Je vois pas comment on va
I
aller
was
chercher
just
quelque chose avec ça.
sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Non, non! Elle a pas été tuée là, guys.
And you were taken by surprise.
Je vais aller voir c'est quoi le statut. Dans la chaise. Donc elle peut pas avoir été tuée là.
So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Et voilà,
No,
objection!
it's wrong.
C'est impossible, elle est pas morte là. Elle aurait jamais été assez forte pour la lever, là, oui.
We
Puis la
found
placer où ce qu'elle a
Sakura
été.
sitting upright in a chair.
Exact.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
Il y a ça, puis il
That's
sent.
just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Il y avait du sang en avant. C'est là qu'il y a eu du sang en avant. T'as pas vomi ce sang-là, finalement. La preuve qui nous prouve tout ça, c'est le fameux mort de sang.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Je pensais que ça allait être du vomi de sang, mais ça l'est pas.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
Non, elle est pas assez forte pour ça.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me! I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors! There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
C'est impossible.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room,
Le fameux
still
mystère de la
has yet
pièce
to be
fermée.
explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
C'est impossible.
Huh. So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
C'est juste impossible parce qu'elle était avec Yashiro
No,
quand elle rentre dans
I
la pièce.
don't think that's possible.
La raison pourquoi elle n'était pas dans le locker est... I walked in the locker! Le locker était ouvert quand on est arrivé.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside.
Ça aurait été malade pour vrai. J'étais dans le locker.
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
I don't know! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
Elle sait même pas c'est quoi.
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her, thank you very much.
Rentre ta langue, Toko.
You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Elle a vomi du sang.
And
Elle est empoisonnée.
I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Mhm. Oui, on manque quelque chose de si important, mon cher Naïvier. Argument encore, let's go! Yellow Powder, Monokuma File 4, ça pourrait être pas mal ce que je pense.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Boom!
No,
C'est pas
that's
ça.
wrong.
Le Monokuma File, c'est pas ça qu'il disait. Objection, ma chère Ina. Objection.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Enfin, on arrive sur le
I
sang qui a
think
été
we
vomi.
can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles,
she cut the inside of her mouth.
Non.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
Pas de vomir du sang,
Not
ça.
to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely,
Elle a été empoisonnée.
Sakura was poisoned.
Exact.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Oh, bon, ça y est, il est reparti, bien, bien.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
Let's go, bien, bien.
Explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Oh, man.
But you're the only one talking.
Merci,
The key
Yakuro.
to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Dans la bourse chimie.
Huh? Not in the rec room?
Nope.
Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals.
On a trouvé qu'il y avait plusieurs trucs pour se guérir, comme peu importe qu'est-ce que c'était. On a trouvé aussi des protéines, toutes sortes d'autres affaires pour les athlètes et tout. Puis on a trouvé aussi du poison qui était dans le C.
And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
C'est pas
It's
de
not an
poison.
especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Du côté des,
Where'd you find
des
it?
shakes.
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In
Protection.
section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
Donc, dans le A, c'est tout ce qui a rapport avec la diététique. Donc, tout ce qui a rapport avec les protéines, toutes ces affaires-là. Dans le B, c'est des réactifs. Tout ce qui a rapport avec la chimie. Puis dans le C, toutes sortes de trucs qui peuvent être mortels pour l'humain.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Non, ça n'était pas dans la section C, mais elle était dans la section A, cette bouteille.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Non! Non!
Shoot!
J'ai pesé 3 fois sur la flèche, il en a enregistré juste 2 fois, j'ai été trop rapide pour la tour. C'est dans la section A, c'est ça que je disais.
I got it! The poison was actually in section A.
On
wasn't
l'a vu la bouteille quand on faisait notre recherche.
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Yep.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
J'en croyais pas mes yeux. Donc, il a changé l'étiquette de bouteille. C'est pas la bouteille qui a changé, c'est l'étiquette. Bianca a emmené la bouteille de poison à ses lèvres et...
Master!
On était tellement choqués, sous le choc de ce qu'on voyait. Tout ce qu'on pouvait faire, c'est rester figé là et regarder ce qui se passait. Comme si c'était la chose la plus naturelle au monde. Byakuya était calme comme jamais. Comme toujours en fait. Toujours calme.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking
C'est
about?
les fameuses protéines qui
I'm
parlaient.
talking about the protein, of course.
protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko a pris la bouteille de Byakuya et a commencé à gratter la bouteille avec un doigt. Elle a ensuite touché son doigt, sa langue de son doigt.
It's protein powder.
Exactement.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder.
Fait que la bouteille de poison est. Ah, la bouteille de poison en terre était jaune, right? Les deux étaient jaunes. Fait que la bouteille qui était en terre, c'était peut-être juste de la protéine aussi.
Which makes one wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Ah, wow. Oh, attends un peu, c'est un Inman's Gambit, ça? Oh oh, protein shake. Ok, fait qu'on a le P au début. Il est où le T? Comment T? De toute façon, ça va sur un N. Je sais pas, ça peut être quoi. Ah, ça peut être quoi ce mot-là? Ah, je peux éliminer des lettres de même. Ah non. Ok. Oh, j'ai eu la bonne lettre. C'est pas pété. Je comprends pas ce qui se passe. Pourquoi ça marche pas?
Now I understand.
Protein drink, donc le petit pot qu'on a trouvé à terre.
Poison must have been poured into the protein can.
Exact.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
I got it!
Il y avait le protein drink à terre, si
You're
vous vous
saying
rappelez
they
bien.
gave her a protein drink, right?
Exact.
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
Malheureusement.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
No? I
Ah.
do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Ça va être une note, j'ai trouvé
Evidence
ça.
revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
La fameuse bouteille brisée avec les traces de pas.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf.
Exact.
That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
La seule qui avait des trucs jaunes sur ses souliers, c'était Sakura en plus.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Hina?
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Elle pis Sakura. Ah non, moi pis elle? Ah ouais. Je savais même pas que tu portais des sneakers.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Il nous a demandé la grandeur de nos pointeurs. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? Okay, then let me see your shoes and I confirm their size for myself. Ok, il avait demandé d'avoir des
If the
souliers pour confirmer
footprints
la
didn't belong
longueur.
to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
Ils ont tous acté
You were in
bizarre.
an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you?
Tout comme Céleste la dernière fois.
This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just...
Ça
The
peut
two of them
pas.
were so close.
Exact, ça se peut
That's
pas.
likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink, but when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein
Ça a
powder,
pas de sens.
and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not
Non, moi
convinced.
non plus.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Ça explique pas pourquoi que Sakura avait...
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism.
Ça explique pas pourquoi que Sakura avait de la poudre jaune sur les pieds. Et ça, c'est un détail qu'il ne faut pas oublier.
But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Oui.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Parce qu'elle sait pas comment ça a
Surely
été
you're
créé.
not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
au nombre qu'il y avait?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Oh oui, ça rapporte.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Non, bien qu'il y a.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away, I went to section C and got the poison.
Et là, c'est une erreur parce que logiquement, il n'y a pas de footprint.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
Il devrait avoir des empreintes à ce moment-là.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told.
C'était possible.
First you went to section C to get the poison. Then moved to section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from section C to section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Mais si c'est vrai, ça veut dire que le plan ne fonctionne pas. C'est un peu bizarre, effectivement.
Can you repeat that series of events one more
On
time?
s'en va dans un argument.
What's wrong with you, Big Mac?
Big
You're
Mac.
being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Faut trouver la vérité de toute façon, puis on est sur la bonne voie pour voir que c'est pas elle non plus. Tout se contredit.
First, I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Ouais.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Ok.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A.
Et voilà.
No, that's wrong.
Objection, c'est impossible. Les empreintes t'auraient trahi dans ce cas-là.
You said you went to get the poison from section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein.
Mais il n'y a pas de
But
traces
the
de pied.
footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A.
Juste la section A.
That
à l'extérieur.
contradicts what you
Exact.
just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left the footprint. Elle s'en est même pas rendu compte, fait que c'est impossible.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Bon, il est fâché.
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
Yes.
The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Well, you see...
What the? What the hell? What's going on here?
On a Byakuya qui commence à perdre patience, à perdre le contrôle. Il ne sait plus ce qui se passe alentour. La balle rebondit de Yashiro à Toko et ensuite à Ina. Et tout d'un coup, on arrive pour prouver que c'est pas elle qui a fait le meurtre. Byakuya, il sait plus quoi croire de toute cette espèce d'histoire-là. Et vous, qu'est-ce que vous en pensez? Vous pouvez toujours me le dire dans les commentaires ci-dessous. Sinon, entre-temps, vous pouvez toujours aller voir l'action en live sur Twitch. Le lien va être juste ici. Sinon, vous pouvez toujours le retrouver dans la description de cette vidéo. Un gros merci d'avoir écouté cette vidéo encore une fois. Et donc, passez une excellente fin de journée ou une excellente fin de soirée. Tout dépend de ce qui s'applique à vous. Et prenez soin de vous. C'est ça le plus important, guys. Sur ce, à la prochaine. Bye bye.